Hello there and welcome to part 2 of the paper crafting of the USS Enterprise original. We on the last stream managed to pretty much complete the ship. I've got a little bit of erasing to do with some of the pencil marks, just try and thin them out a little bit and get rid of them, but overall it turned out pretty well. Initially I wasn't very happy with the end result because something about it didn't look right, but you know, looking at it again with a fresh set of eyes, it's okay. It's not too bad. I mean, I quite like it actually, to be fair. So I think the ship is almost complete. It's almost there. So yeah, we should be getting this done fairly soon, fairly quickly as well. We've only got the lettering to put in down here and the insignia to put in on the top right hand corner. Just to sort of keep you in the loop about projects that are coming up. So next weekend I will be tackling the Enterprise F. You'll just be able to make that out. You should be able to anyway. I'm going to be doing that, and I've put the title of the show that me and my my cohorts put together called Startrek Odyssey, and we're going to have the Picard badge up in the top right hand corner. We are then going to move on to a different franchise, the Red Dwarf franchise. So we'll be making Starbug in a couple of weeks. And we've got the Jupiter Mining Corporation logo, which I'll clean up when we actually come to cut it out and whatnot, and obviously the Red Dwarf logo as well. So that is in the pipeline, but for right now, we have the Enterprise to finish off. This is what this is the outline of what it's basically going to look like by the time it is done. I have still got the insignia to do and the lettering. I'm going to be bringing those images up just for my reference as well, just to try and make sure that it looks all right and looks okay. I've got the Star Trek lettering somewhere, which, to be fair, I don't really need a reference image for that because it is in fact just yellow, which is the colour I've got here. We've already done the Voyager logo for the previous one, which we'll see about there. They're all across the bottom. The previous ones I've done, and I'll just keep incorporating those images into the mainstream as we make them, as we build them, and yeah, we'll just crack on here. We'll make a start. This is the color I've chosen to go for with the badge as well. It does seem a little bright on the stream, but it's not. It's actually quite a mustard color. The stream's just making it look extra yellow. So we're going to be choosing some black. I just got to get my scrap up here. I'm actually going to go with a slightly lighter shade. It's almost a very dark grey for the backing of the badge. And then we'll put, and we're going to be doing the little star that you see there, the little insignia star on there. That's going to appear as well. So we'll layer the badge, and then we'll do the lettering, and then we'll glue it down. I'm just going to move this out of the way carefully, purposefully. And grab my cutting, well, my tracing board. Yeah, we're going to go on this side so we can transfer it in reverse. The lettering may be the other way around. I've not decided yet. It all depends on what I feel I need at the time. So welcome everybody who's watching. Thank you so much for joining, of course. It is great to have you here. And let's get cracking here. Going to sharpen now. Practically, sharpener practically picked itself up then. Okay. So we're going to do the outer edge of the badge. It is black or darker grey colour. So let's crack on. Just applying an extra layer of graphite, and I'm doing it slightly wider here than the drawing because I've lost a little bit in translation with the trace. So just going to do the outer edge of the badge first. And then we'll transfer it over to the dark grey that I found earlier and have lost. Is it under here? It's under here. Typically. Right, once again, a bit of card conservation here. We want to be saving as much card as possible. Hopefully this will transfer with no problem. Harder to see with the darker colours. But we can always draw over it again and try a second time. Oh, I can just about make that out. Just need a cut line. Something that I can cut cleanly and obviously see where I'm going. And this is our chance to clean it up. Okay, I can see that. You can hopefully see that on the screen. Looks good. Let's go for it. Don't forget to hit the like button on the stream if you are enjoying it. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these paper crafting streams. I'm loving doing this. Right, let's get this cut out. Let's see that line. Let me turn the light on. There we go. Oh, that's better. Oh, yes, I can see it now. Marvellous. Hope everyone's okay where you are and life is treating you well. I really hate joining cut lines, but because that sort of thing happens, you can tell. I'm just going to do a little bit of close-up work here because I'm not happy with that cut edge there. Again, if I mess up, I always take a bit off. Always try again. that's the base of the insignia done. Move these things out of the way. Now we're going to go for the internal part of the insignia. I'm going to make sure we leave a gap. For the yellow segment. Hello, Angels Pierre. How are you? Good to have you here. You well? I enjoyed your video about the bots. Very interesting. Very interesting that accounts like that exist just to promote stuff and give a false sense of how well something is doing. Very silly. And rather disingenuous of them, isn't it? Right, let's get this cut out. Oh, a little square. Hopefully you can see that okay. Don't mind cutting outside the line. It's cutting when you cut inside the line, obviously you can't paste it back together. Cut outside the line, you can always trim a bit off. So that's what I'm doing now, just cutting outside the line. I'm doing well. Had my food, my Woodfella steak with some nice sauce. How about you? Oh mate, we've just been absolutely rushed off our feet this weekend. It's been nuts. Well, I say this weekend, it was more like the week's end. Yeah, with family celebrations, we had way too much food left over. Party food, sandwiches, stuff like that. So, yeah. Sent a lot of people home with food. There we go. Okay. See how that marries up. Or marries up. See if there's anywhere we need to make any adjustments. I'm gonna just line it up, or attempt to line it up. I would say probably a little bit off this side, and I would also say take some off this edge. If that's what we're happy with, well, that's what I'm happy with. So let's. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to take this edge off here. And then nice, yeah, it was nice. It was just nice little family get together. Lad did very well on his GCSEs. Now, what is that? No, it's a slice. Let me show you. It's a slice. Damn. I didn't realise there was a slice in the card. I did that earlier. I'm gonna have to do that again. So I don't want any slices in the card. That's annoying. What a waste. You believe it. Go straight in the bin. Let's try that again. Ah, well. it happens, right? It happens. Let's try that again. That's the beauty of this particular style of art. You can always have another go, because until you stick stuff down, you've got a bit of free rein to make mistakes. Or as Bob Ross would say, happy little accidents. Let's try this again. Stick to the line this time, because I'm kind of confident that that line is correct. And the less we have to remove in terms of graphite, the better. I think my glasses are powerful enough now. Must get down to the opticians. I'm struggling with finer detail these days. Part of my age. Okay. Now that's okay, but there's just one small complaint I have. You might be able to see that. Is it's a little close here. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it under the magnifying glass. That edge there is not good enough. So let's see if I can do him under here. Probably better off doing it on the outside. Let's make that a bit better of an angle. Let's see if that's any better. Oh yeah. I like that. That's good. That's good. That works. That works. Let's get the graphite off. Okay, now comes quite a complicated bit. I'm going to, once again, with this colour, we're going to put in a little, I would say it's a little star. I don't know what the exact name of it is, but it's like a star, basically. And it's the star of the insignia, so this should be very interesting to cut out and to glue. It's actually going to be almost as difficult to cut as the text, and difficult to see on the shade of card. So let's have a look. See what it looks like. Just go nuts with it. Oh, that didn't even transfer. Damn. Yeah, that. Oh, it kind of did. You might just be able to make it out there. That's not very good though. So once again, we'll go over it again. I might do it in the darker shade of pencil, although it does thicken the line a little bit. Sharpening. Let's try again. Yeah, that does thicken it considerably. So I'm putting together videos of these streams, which I'll be releasing. I'll do it that way, it doesn't matter, it's symmetrical. Which I'll be releasing on this channel over the coming sort of weeks. It's actually quite difficult to put a video together. It takes quite a lot of time because these streams combined are about 5 hours. And then I'll look at doing some of this off stream, making videos, maybe with a bit of hint of ASMR, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to have to draw over this because I can barely see it. You won't be able to see it, I don't think. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Should be able to make that out now. Yep, okay, cool. Now to cut it out. Be very careful with blades. I might try getting a full microscope set up here, if I'm honest. Now I'm cutting on this. I don't want to be cutting on this because it's quite soft. I want to be cutting on this. So try and erase very gently. Ah, the graphite, and it's buggered it. I wonder if... No, that's no good. It's torn. Oh, that's frustrating. Damn it. Right. In that case, plan B. Try again. A bit further north now. Rubber's quite harsh and these are so small. Might be a longer stream considering I'm making so many errors. Or we're having not very happy little accidents. Let's try this again. If I make half cuts or semi cuts, I wonder if that will stop it from tearing, and then I can just make the lines meet Let's try very gently in the direction of the spikes, taking this graphite off. And that's the best I'm going to get from it. It's not the best card, this, to be fair. It did crease a little bit there, but I might be able to save it. Now, will it lift out? So, there we go. It's out. Fantastic. Okay. Get the glue and we'll start gluing. Actually, a lot of excess glue here. Moving it around a little bit just to make sure that that's level. There we go. I'm just going to run eraser over that because that's showing some dirt. Doing too well with this one, I have to admit. Actually getting quite dirty, isn't it? To admit, this one has not been the best one to do, or my best work so far. Put it that way. pushing it down there just to make sure that that's on. And there. And hey, voila. Hey, presto. We have an insignia. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Lettering. The funnest part of any project is the lettering. Now, I do usually... By the way, these streams have inspired me to put together a creative project myself, although less IRL, more making a Minecraft world from scratch with mods. Mate, that is no small feat, really, is it? Minecraft mods. I know I couldn't do that, so yeah, that sounds fantastic. And the important thing is if it's something that you enjoy. If you enjoy it, do it. Seriously, it's great. These are going to be cut out individually, so finding that I'm very reliant on these helping hands now. Not happy about that. I'm gonna put that there instead. Yeah, you'll have to when you've completed any project, mate, share it in the promote yourself section in the Discord, because that is great place to bring attention to your work. I don't have an awful lot of people in my Discord. I think it's about 50, but you know, it's still worth doing, definitely. Now, because this lettering's, I'm going to sharpen. This lettering is standing out because it's yellow. I'm being extra careful to make sure that I'm doing it as straight and as true as possible. And the same goes for when I cut it as well. I must remember, because I forget this sometimes. I must remember to cut the holes in the letters first, so they're attached to the paper. So what kind of worlds are you building? I don't know whether you heard, but or seen it, but you see someone built the Enterprise D to scale in Minecraft. I thought that was fantastic. I mean, it was an open project, so it was interesting to see everyone come in and build a little bit of it and whatnot. It's like its own little construction project. I've just made a general outline and tested some basics to see if it works. the way I wanted to. I'm going to make a Minecraft diary of me putting 1 to 3 hours a day into a set world and see. Oh yeah, man, that sounds like a great project. As long as you've got a plan, and try and keep your format universal across videos and across your time. Make sure everything makes sense, so when you come to edit it together, it doesn't get messy. Because the amount of times I've gone to edit something that I thought was pretty well structured, and it turned out to be a giant bloody mess. Yeah, just beware of that. Just keep continuity if you can with what you're doing. Make sure nothing's left out, and if you do accidentally leave something out, just do some narration work and explain what's been left out. This is going well so far. Oh, missed a bit. You missed a bit there. There you go. Hey, voila. That's actually pretty accurate, I think. Pretty good. Nice. Okay. Now this will appear back to front because I'm going to cut it and leave the graphite on the other side so I don't ruin any of the lettering. I'm going to space it out, hopefully to fit it into this row. So we'll do one bit at a time. One letter at a time in terms of transferring it over. Make sure I get good coverage. Yeah, that's good. Leave a gap. Only a little gap. To the next one. I've got a pretty good idea of what I have in mind for the first time. I will entire process on YouTube instead of Twitch, so I don't need to keep a recording. Yeah, YouTube's good for that. It's got a good amount of storage for your content. You imagine seeing the YouTube server file. That'll be insane, wouldn't it? Must be the size of a bloody building for all the videos worldwide that it stores. Mind you, I doubt it. They'd store them all in one location. But yeah, YouTube's good for that. It's got good retention policies on your videos. As long as you're not doing anything that you shouldn't be doing, or I don't know, leaking a famous game, you should be all right. I'm entirely sure this is going to translate well. I will have to make sure that I'm cutting the lines straight. Yep. I've got the gap there anyway. I'm going to leave that where it is. Yeah, I got over 1,500 videos on my channel already, and they don't ask me to pay yet. Wow. 1,500, that's mental, mate. That's really awesome. That's crazy. I love it. I think I've only got about 300-400 videos across YouTube combined, across all the channels. I think might be more, might be less. One less to go for the transfer anyway. I think that's pretty good. Looks a bit of a mess, but it'll be fine. Ow, we'll get it sorted. Transfer complete. Now, for the bit everybody's been waiting for, a video scheduled until 31st of the 8th, 2028, because they only let you schedule 2 years in advance. Mate, I'm lucky I remembered to schedule this stream, let alone that many videos. Wow. Or as Owen Wilson would say, wow. That's crazy. Crazy as in good, not crazy as in he crazy, man. You know what? Just for you, I'm going to zoom in so you can see what it is I'm doing. I'm trying to move a bit more centrally for you as well, because I'm a nice guy like that. Touch the other lettering as well. Wobbly there, I don't like it. I'll find another cut point if we can. My goal was 1 video per day, and I got a little carried away with it. I use it as an excuse to try different games I normally wouldn't. Yeah, I found that I try different games on this channel, but very few people are interested in anything else that I do on. Oh, sorry, not this channel, the other channel. Anything else that I tend to do. Gotta be careful here, because it's going to tear if I'm not careful. Yeah, because if I'm not raging over Star Trek, they're not interested. People, generally speaking, aren't interested, because that's what they come to the other channel for, is to see me rage. I don't want to rage anymore. I'm tired of it. This might actually, I don't know whether it's that I'm putting so much effort in, but this is really difficult. It's harder than any other lettering that I've done. It's because I'm taking my time. That's understandable. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I built a YouTube channel on reacting to crap Star Trek, and that is the burden I must carry on that channel. It is monetized. This is not. This is hobby. But even that, monetization doesn't really mean much. It's only things like super chats that really fund anything over there. It's fine because it enables me to get better equipment, which is where the money goes. I don't go off on spending sprees or anything. Seems disingenuous to me to do that. Really trying to see what I'm doing here, but it's really hard. Come on out. Come on out to play. Yes. Yes, Angels Pierre. We have an S. The S has been done. Personally, I don't care about views and such, but my autism brain tends to stick to the one thing, and this tricks my brain into trying something else. Yes, I need that. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Everybody's brain is so different. One of my kids is autistic, and his brain works in such a different way. It's unreal. Trying not to apply too much pressure here. So I don't want to tear anything. The purpose here is to cut, not tear, obviously. Something fell. It fell. Come on, give it up. You know you want to. Oh. The T went flying. Lovely. Right, so we've got a center to the next two. Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm not massively bothered about views. It's like, I know, for example, that you and two other people are watching this stream right now. One person's can't comment because well, assume they can't comment because no doubt one of my kids has decided to watch this, but the other person hasn't commented yet. At the end of the day, this stream is all about just having a little bit of fun with some artwork, and same goes over on the review channel. You know, the last video I did, the puppet episode review, it's done 2,300 views, and that is pretty good. It's not my biggest video ever, but it's certainly my biggest video this year, I think, in terms of viewership. It doesn't really matter. Most of those views will probably be someone coming in, watching for 5 minutes, and then buggering off. It happens. It's YouTube. It's what happens. As long as you're having fun doing what you're doing. I mean, for me, YouTube's been phenomenal for skill, getting some skill editing videos. I've been able to take that into my profession, and that is worth its weight in gold. You know, video editing is not easy to do. It's not an easy thing to learn. or teach yourself. Good. The Vulcans were in a sense an early depiction of autism in Star Trek, which got me into the fan base in the first place. Well, it's what I love about Star Trek, because if you look at the different races, for example, you've got different aspects of the human condition and human behavior and human personalities in each species. You've got the Klingons, who are the violent side of humanity. You've got the Romulans, who are devious and deceitful and full of guile. You've got the Ferengi, who lust after profit all the time, constantly. You know, the greed. You've got the Vulcans, which, as you say, it could cover a range of different things, from autism to regimen, you know, strict adherence to logic, perhaps even an allegory in some ways to psychopathy, or lack of empathy, or, you know, cold personalities. And you know, you've got you've got the Rysians that are, you know, quite gluttonous in their pleasure and whatnot, and you know, all these different races that are part of the Federation, I believe, represent all different personalities, characteristics of humans. It's fascinating to think about. But that was how clever it was. It's all allegory. The helping hands aren't being tremendously helpful at the minute. They keep getting in the way. That's better. That's better. I reposition them now. Although, there we go. It's like, you know, with this, I find this wildly therapeutic to do. Other people may find this dull, but I absolutely love doing this. Excuse me. There are plenty of channels out there on YouTube that do this sort of ASMR crafting. Lettering's not turning out too bad, to be fair. Could be worse. Right. On with the R. Ooh, R. So I'll take you through, if I've not already, I'll take you through, and anyone who's watching post live, I'll take you through the plans and images that I've got coming up. I've already prepped for a few, as I said at the beginning of the stream. Because I'm going to be doing loads. The thing is, these are relatively simple because they're ships on a space background. But some of the other ones, I'm going to be doing backgrounds, like fully composited backgrounds. That makes sense. Sometimes I use words and I don't exactly know what they mean. So it'll be a full scene that I'll have to create. I can't just splatter some paint on the background. It's going to be alright for the next couple of streams, couple of weekends. But as we start to get into things like vehicles, because I'm going to be doing the Impala from Supernatural and the DeLorean from Back to the Future, as we start sort of moving into those, they're going to get a bit more complicated, and these streams are going to be a bit longer. One thing I know that I don't want to do with this particular activity is I don't want to buy a laser cutter or a paper cutter. I just don't. I want to do this all by hand for as long as I can, because there's something to be said for something that is handcrafted. That didn't go well. I have to adjust that R a little bit. No, not that much. Yeah. Yeah, I love handcrafting stuff. There's just something about it. Hopefully the plan is, and it is a long ways off yet, but the plan is to be able to offer prints of this work that I do. Something that someone can order and have in their home if they want, you know, if they see value in it. It's something that I might try, because I'm never going to let go of the originals, but definitely prints, I believe. As if people would buy them. I don't know. I don't know. It's way in the future, but I'm not discounting it as a possibility at all. Not exactly keeping to the lines here. It means I have to push everything over a little bit and then operates outside the lines, because otherwise it ain't gonna look right every time I veer. It's not going to come out without a fight. Who would want a print of this? Would anybody want a print of this when it's done? I don't know. But it's definitely on the cards. This is not going well. This R is turning into a disaster. Found it. Cut the middle out. Young man. Cut the old man. Not young. Who are? Come on. There we go. The R is free. We have the freedom of the R. Now the E. Try and keep this as central as I can for everybody. Really struggling to keep it in a straight line. Come on. Nope. Okay. And just the K left now. Thankfully, a lot of straight lines because they're a lot easier to cut than radiused lines. He says. Aha. The K is free. We've released the K. Right. That is the writing cut. Cool, blimey. Now we get the backdrop. I'm just going to, before I start sticking stuff down, I'm just going to clean up some of this because I'm not happy with this whopping great blob. I'll show you here. You'll be able to see the lettering now. That's the lettering as I pulled it out of the as I cut it out. It shows up quite well. So these big blobs, just gonna take care of these because I don't really like those. But we've actually got like a little circle in top on the top. So I'm just going to go around the edge with some black paint. I think these are acrylic pens. But they dry quite matte, with quite a matte finish. So just circle off some of these elongated stars. Some of them won't matter because they're going to be covered by a ship. Just a couple of corrective bits and bobs there. I think that looks better. Now I'm going to turn the light off. So that should show up a little bit better now. You should be able to see that. Okay, now we've got the insignia, we've got the lettering. Do we have the ship? Yes, we do. We have the ship. So I want to make sure this is angled correctly. So I'm going to bring the trace back over. It doesn't really matter how high or low it is. I'd like it center frame if possible. So let's go for about there. Maybe a little bit further over. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Time to glue the ship. Let's do it. Don't want to glue on the edge, which is what I've done there. Don't want any of this coming out the sides when you glue it down. And you don't want lumps. As Mr. Markey would say, lumps are bad. Okay? Lumps are bad. I'm going to plonk this down as close as we can get to where it lives. Again, doesn't have to be exactly bob on. That looks good enough for me. What do we think so far? Looking good? A bit annoyed about that little defect there. I think that looks all right. And now for the insignia. Up in the top right. Again, positioning not crucial for that. Excellent. And then the lettering. So, gonna try. I believe my other son has come home. I'm try setting a spacer for whereabouts I want the lettering to go. I think that's going to be about it there. So we'll try to lay these out as accurately as we can. Wow, I mean, it's slightly further south than I probably wanted it to be, but that is exactly the right angle. It's exactly where we want it to go. Next up with the T. little further over. A little closer. Yep. Now with A. I say a little bit further over with the A. How about now? Beautiful. Now with the R. Yeah, pretty close. Now with the T. Bit of a space. Bit of a space. There. Oh, I'm getting good at this. I'm modest. I'll say there. I was going to go a little further over. Yeah, looking good. And yep, and now the K finally. Thereabouts. And there you have it. Another one done. Finitoed. The original series, Enterprise, done. So now we have the Defiant, the Enterprise D, Voyager, the NX-01, and the original Enterprise completed. That is the 5 series done. I'm going to use that one there and take the bridge one out. It's not really relevant at the moment, but yes. So we can clear a bit of space here and get them all in frame. Can I zoom out more? Nope, that's literally the extent of the zoom. So we've got the 5 shows. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So what came in the world of Star Trek, what came before and what came after? Nice. I really like these styles. And I really like the way that they look, the way that they pop out. Pretty awesome. So that's the 5 series done. the next one I'm going to attempt is going to be the Enterprise F. Get me white background, so you might be able to make it out a bit better. So that's what I'm going to attempt next, and that's going to be next weekend. I may do a stream on Friday, maybe, and then Sunday, because Saturday is sort of like a busy day. But yeah, that's the one we're going to attempt next, and it's going to be on the Starfield, and then we'll attempt the Starbug from Red Dwarf. That's going to be an interesting one. I think the logo is going to be more complicated than the ship, but yeah, that's what we're going to try next after the Enterprise F. And then I've got some ideas. Keep this out of view. I've got a few ideas for upcoming streams. So I'm going to be doing the Orville, the NSEA Protector, the Event Horizon. I'm going to do a classic LCARS display because I think that will look really nice. I'm going to do Starbug, the TARDIS. I'm going to do the Sulaco from Aliens. The Nostromo's too ambitious. The Serenity. I'm going to actually do Deep Space Nine, the station. That's going to be an interesting one to do as well. I'm going to do a runabout. We're actually going to do Red Dwarf, the actual ship Red Dwarf. Independence Day Fighter, Terminator 2 Skull, Back to the Future DeLorean, the Supernatural Impala, an X-Wing from Star Wars. I've got a hell of a lot of project ideas, so that's what I'm going to be doing in the future. Every weekend if I can. Some videos, some streams. I'm going to be streaming every weekend, but I shall do some videos as well, because I really quite enjoy sitting here doing this. So yeah, I think that goes pretty well with the set. Yeah, and if it is something that people want and something people would like a version of this in their house, a print of this in their house, and they'd like to order it, they like to get a hold of one, then it's maybe something I can look at doing in the future. But yeah, that is the classic Enterprise, the NCC 1701 completed. That is me done for this stream. I really do enjoy this, so I might just do it I might just do it off stream and do some videos as well. So thank you so much for joining me on this very short stream. I hope you're all well, and I will see you next weekend. Until next